Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good evening from whatever part of the world you are watching us from. This is another day the Lord has made. It's a privilege for us to be on here, and we are thankful to be on here to share our journeys again with each and every one of you watching us. Um, uh, we just want to say thank you for taking our time to watch us. This is our third episode of going live as a group, and we are really so happy and excited because we have actually kept to our words. And yes, here we are. So yes, we are excited. This afternoon, I have my coach and my other business partners on here, and we are going to be sharing our journeys again, and precisely on the subject of building generational wealth. And generational wealth, is such an interesting topic. Yeah. And it's one of the reasons why some of us actually landed on, rolling and getting involved into the online space, on having our own, instead of, just being employee forever for our employer. So that was one of the main reasons. So I'm not going to talk too much. Just going to quickly introduce myself here. Then I'll pass it over to our my partners here, and they are going to introduce themselves as well, and also tell us a little bit as to why is it important to build a generational wealth. So, by way of introduction, if you are watching this go live for the very first time, my name is Virginia. I'm originally from Cameroon, and I live in the US, Fargo, North Dakota, with my family. I am a registered nurse by profession, and I also run a successful digital business on the side, which is what we are presenting to you. I've been doing this for the past 2.5 years, and it's been amazing. On the subject of generational wealth, I really just want to say, from the biblical point of view, generational wealth is something that is not something that is just that is new around the corner. It's something that has been existing for a very long time. And for us, especially us, the average immigrants in the diaspora, we try to kind of minimize, underlook this aspect of generational wealth, because all we know is to work for somebody, clock in, clock out, and all of those things. And again, we are not building anything for our family, for ourselves. Like, thinking about myself, I'm a registered nurse, and if by chance, for any reason, I lost my job, or I even go retired, right, my family won't be able to get my RN title, to pass it over to them. And that is the legacy we are talking about, which is one of the things that got me into this business.
GPS signal lost.
Talking about generational wealth from the biblical point of view, the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 22, it actually says that what? A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. What that actually means is that, as a human being, or as parents, right, or as a head of the home, or whatever figure personality you represent in your home, the income that you make is supposed to affect up to 3 generations: yourself, your children, and your children's children, your children's children. So it's not, and this kind of income we make can never be that from our employer, from our paycheck, from every 2 weeks or every other week, or salary if you are a salaried person. And we realize that this could only happen if we have a business. And with our business model, we have the opportunity, we have the opportunity to build that legacy for our loved ones. I think we lost some of our
There's not
members here.
two that will
Yeah,
eventually join, I guess.
yes, but I can see you,
Network.
coach. Are you on? Can you see me?
I can see you, but can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I cannot see you.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
here. I'm here.
okay, all right. Okay, anyway, yes, so we are back on. So basically, we just realized, each and every one of us just realized that what, for us to actually meet up with some of this aspect of generational wealth, we have to build something on the side, and that is why we have been into this business. So I'm not going to take too much of a time. I'm going to pass it over to our coach, Coach Ayoko. Can you please introduce yourself and tell our viewers a little bit as to what you understand or the importance of building a generational wealth? Thank you, Coach, and over to you.
Thank you so much. Oh yeah, you can see me now. I think that's the new technology. Anyways, my name is Ayoko Devi. I'm originally from Togo, but I'm based in the Netherlands, coming to you guys live from France. I have 3 kids. I'm a business owner, a business advisor, and a business coach. So the topic is really, really interesting. And thank you so much, Sis Virginia, for sharing that Bible verse, which I love so much. You know, like the verse said, we need to leave. A good man is someone that leaves a legacy for his children, right? We don't want to leave money to our children. Like you said, when you are an employee, you can't pass it on to anyone. No, you need to build something in generational wealth. You need to build an empire. With that empire, your kids, your grandkids can actually make profit of it. Like me, my family, there is like I've searched the whole family. In fact, nothing from my grandparents to I don't know my mother. Nobody has left anything. That is why we are struggling today. We that are the grandchildren, that are their children, they didn't leave anything for us. Last time I read something, it was even this morning. I read a post about a very wealthy man
Oh.
who left like 3 billion um, to her children, right? So what did they do with the money? They went ahead, bought a house, a big car, went on vacation, you name it. They really spent all the money. And down to their kids, they left zero legacy. That's not what
Hmm.
we are talking about. We are talking about building a business, a foundation. He did well by leaving them money, but he did not taught them how to make money, how
Hmm.
to pass it on to their kids, to their generation, you know. So by the time they start getting their own kids, that money is finished. Money that's finished. So we want to build something. That is why we are all in this business. That is why we all have a side hustle. And thank God, this our side hustle, we can pass it on to our family. So I understood that leaving a legacy is really, really, really important nowadays. It has been always there for those that got the knowledge earlier. You know, their families are happy. The kids after school, what do? They join their parents in their business. They don't do
Hmm.
anything else, right? So that is what we want too. I want my kids to be able to come to my business once they get 18 years old, once they have reached that level. You don't need to go and work for anybody else. No, you don't want to build someone else's empire. You want to
Hmm.
start building your own. You want
Hmm.
your children to invest, to come, to learn about the business itself, you know, so that when they grow, they too pass it on to their children. They will be even more than happy to say, oh my goodness, this belongs to my grandparent. Oh, this belongs to my parent. Oh, this is our family company. Oh, it is just beautiful, you know. So the money stays in. So guys, it's really important. I won't be long. I think the network is kind of, you know, glitching a bit from my end. I don't know about your end, but this is what I understood by it, and it is really, really important, guys, for us all to have a legacy, to leave something for our children, not just money. Money will go, you know, money is just a waste, but a real company, a solid one, you know. So I pass it over to you, Sis Ifyom. I don't know if you can hear me. You are muted, by the way.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach Ayoko. It's interesting. This is an interesting topic. It's interesting because most of us do not know what wealth is. When we talk about wealth, people think it's
It's
cash,
money.
money. Wealth is more than cash. And so when we talk about generational wealth, like my business partners have said, we are talking about stock, we are talking about real estate, we are talking about different investments that you can make and that you can pass to your generation. maybe your children, and they will keep passing it on. So generational wealth is just creating financial stability that will also lead you to acquiring wealth. Like I mentioned, real estate, stocks, government bonds, all those stuff, things you can invest money in. So that is what generational wealth is, things you can pass on to your children and your unborn generation. So how do you create, what are the means of creating this wealth? Some people take a job and they work on this job until they turn 65, 70, 75. They are still working, just trying to be able to take care of their own golden age, to be able to take care of their own golden age. They are not even thinking about the generations that are coming after them. What am I saying? What I'm saying is that you cannot create generational wealth by working for people. Employment cannot give you the opportunity to create a generational wealth. And that is because you are working for you and today, paying bills, feeding yourself, taking care of your children. By the time you get your pay, before the middle of the month is finished, you've plugged it out to, plug the holes that you have, your bills and everything. So you don't even have enough to take you up to the end of the month, talk less of saving and creating wealth out of it. How do you create generational wealth? You create generational wealth by having either many streams of income, including your job, and having other streams of income, or going into business, becoming a business owner. That is the only way you can create a generational wealth. It's even the only way you can create a wealth. It's when you create a wealth, then you start talking about generational, being able to leave it for your children and unborn children, grandchildren and the rest of it. So what we are saying in effect is most of us, like Coach Ayoko said, were born into families that struggled even to feed themselves. Their parents couldn't leave anything. They were just going from day to day, like most of us are going today. And so by the time they pass away, you are already struggling. You started your own struggle. But we do not want to live that kind of life for our children. We want a better life. Our prayers as parents is that your children will be better than you. So when you set up your generation with some kind of comfort, then no, just put it. Then you have already set them on a good foundation. And that good foundation starts from what you do today. Do you walk and walk and walk and hoping that things will get better? Or do you take some of those things, money you get, and invest them in something else, like this business that we are doing? It is something you can do while you are working. It is a way of providing generational wealth for your children. And a business, fortunately, is generational, which means this business does not die with the owner. You can pass it to your child. Your child can pass it to his own child. His child can pass it. It goes up to at least, for us at today, 8 generations. So what we're saying is take time off, not time off your work, but time of working and getting more work, getting more jobs, 2, 3 jobs, hopping from one job to the other. Cut off those jobs. Invest in this business that we are doing, which is generational. Invest in it. And then do it from the comfort of your home. It doesn't require any jumping out, clocking in and clocking out. After your main job, you come back home. You put at least 2 hours into it, and you keep building it, and you keep building it. By the time it is time for you to go, when the good Lord calls you, maybe at the age of 100 or whatever, you have built it in such a way that your children will not have to suffer. You can hand it over to them, and they will continue. They don't even need to go look for a job. They will continue and then hand it over to their own children. It has been done. There are people in this business that are sitting there right now enjoying the fruit of their labor, and their children are running the business. You see? So, generational wealth is something that we cannot stop talking about because it sets your children up for life. It prevents them from suffering what you have suffered because you were not born with a silver spoon or a golden spoon. Allow your own generation to, to be born with either silver or golden spoon. Because I am sure that is your dream. Nobody dreams that he will be better than his child. You dream that your children will be better than you, but you set the pace for them so that they can be better than you. You don't work your whole life and yet feel like my partner says, you cannot transfer your job to your family. Neither can you transfer your certificate to your family. All you can transfer to your family is the wealth that you build starting today. So if you are watching us today, you're watching this program, we're telling you to please do something for your family. We are not saying if you start it now, tomorrow you start earning millions. No, our business is not a get rich quick business, but it's a business that keeps you grounded, steady, and will see your 8 generations without suffering. Thank you. I want to hand over to my partner, Virginia, who is the host. Virginia, over to you.
Wow, wow, wow. That was amazing,
Thank
Sis
you.
Ifyoma and our coach. You guys did an amazing job. Like our coach rightly mentioned, one of the things that we've learned about building this generational wealth, when she was talking, it reminded me of the saying that if you feed if you give somebody fish, you have fed them for one day, but if you teach them how to fish, then you have fed them for their entire life. And coach Sis Ifyoma is actually just confirming that concept. So yes, thank you ladies for sharing your knowledge, your thoughts, and your understanding on this powerful concept of building generational wealth. We really appreciate, and I hope our viewers are taking notes. If you do have a question, please indicate in the comment area, or if you have any comment, or if you're watching us, I don't know if Coach Ifyoma is able to see, but if you're watching us from any part, just indicate in the comment area so we should be able to, stop at some point and say hi to you. Thank you, Doris, for watching. Doris is watching us all the way from Ireland. Thank you for tuning in, Says. We really appreciate your time. If you have a comment, please indicate in the comment area, or a question as well. So at this time, I'm going to pass it over to our last business partner, Alexi. Coach Ifyoma, can you bring Alexi on the spotlight, and she's going to tell us a little bit of herself and what she understands about building generational wealth. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alexis Okoye. I am the daughter of Wani Okoye. She was here in the last episode. I am also her business partner in this business, and I'm from Liberia. We're all Africans on the stage today. Yeah, I basically agree with everything that was said, but for me, I feel like I have a unique experience because I am a child who is inheriting generational wealth through this business. I'm only 17 now. So turning 18, I have an entire, not just side hustle, but a whole career that, I'm inheriting. I have an entire path of wealth that I could be going down on with this business. And for me, with generational wealth, I think it's important to have not just money, but also knowledge. Um, in the book, I think Rich Dad Poor Dad, he brought out the point that money without knowledge is money soon gone. So you see um, a lot of families, they don't really have financial literacy. They don't really have knowledge about how to use the money, how to build it up so it works for them instead of just chasing it. It's that mindset. They're constantly chasing money instead of finding a way to build something and stabilize themselves so that the money can start growing for them. And I think in this business, that's what really sets it apart from other streams of income, because in other streams of income you are an what's it called, an employee. You're not someone who's building something for yourself. You are constantly chasing after money so that you can build for someone else. So that's why it's so important to have something that you can not only have for yourself, but you can share that important knowledge with your kids. Because no matter what happens, they will have that mindset that, oh, money is not just something that I can get quickly. It's something that I can build up. It's something that I need to have on a foundation so that tomorrow I can have something to fall back on. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. And I just wanted to share my unique point of view as a minor, but also someone who sees the potential and importance in this business. So that's all for today.
Wow, boss lady for a reason. Thank you, thank you.
Wow, Alexi, you did so great. You know what? This is actually what we are talking about, like building the leaders of tomorrow. And she said, make mention something which our coach had actually thrown some ideas on before. She talked about the fact that it's not just having money, but having knowledge, which is actually what had, like I, for example, I grew up in a village setting, and I grew up to know some of these huge
Value.
business people who actually they were making money. I mean, at the time, at the village level, they were making money, but once they passed away, their children could not manage that money. And before you knew it, everything in less than 2 or 3 years was gone. It wasn't like their parents did not, that family. I have a particular family that when I think of this, it comes very straight into my mind. It wasn't like this man did not leave money. He left behind huge amount, sums of money. But because the children were not trained on how to manage that money, that was where the problem was. So this is the opportunity that our business model gives us. Like we don't just get it for ourselves, for our generation, but we are building a path that there will be a continuation even after us. And like they won't just enjoy our wealth, but they will know how to handle it and also how to pass it on to subsequent generations. That is what we are here for. And that is something that our job places, our employers can never offer us. Instead, we are building empires for them. So yes, we are not saying anybody should go quit their job today. All we are actually putting our voices together this afternoon is just to encourage you. If you haven't found something, or if you haven't started something, or if you haven't started thinking of building something that is not just going to be for today, but something that is going to last for generations, we want to say we think it's a high time to start thinking about it. And if you listen to our journeys here and you are kind of inspired, the reason why we are referring you to our digital business model is because we have a system that has been tested and proven. You are not coming in to create the wheels. You are coming in to plug into a system that thousands are already using around the globe, and it is success and is proven successful to so many. Yes, and you have a community that is going to help you, guide you, set you up, and walk you through all those steps as you prepare yourself and as you build the legacy for your family that you desire for. So without any further ado, we really don't want to keep this go live for too long. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, this is, as we mentioned, this is our third episode. But before we round it up, I'm going to ask our coach if she has one last word before we bring this stream to before we round it up. Coach
Well,
Ayoko, do you
thank
have
you.
one last word to round up?
Well, you have said it all. I mean, everyone has said it beautiful so well that I have nothing to add. Just tell you guys that let's all pray for knowledge. We all need that knowledge, okay, to make good decision, to take good decision. Sorry. So wisdom also, because in the Bible says, "My people perish because of lack of knowledge." And today we are here. We are giving you that knowledge, okay? So please, like Virginia said, take notes. Okay, we are not doing it not just for us, but it is also for you. I thank you guys all for watching, and thank you. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for the support, for the love. We see you, we hear you, but we do not want you guys to be watching us. There is plenty fish, out there. You can make it. If we can do it, you can do it too. Don't just watch us, but take action. That's all we are saying. Take action. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much, ladies, for creating time out of your busy schedule, for us to be here again to share our experiences as far as this
GPS
online
signal lost.
I'm sorry, I don't know where the GPS stuff is coming from. As far as our online experience is concerned. So yes, here we are. Next week at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is going to be 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and 10 p.m. 1 p.m. I'm sorry. Thank you, Coach Ifema. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 10 p.m. Central European Time. Guys, we are going to be here again with another interesting topic. So yes, make it an appointment to be here again with us. And we are hoping by the time we'll be coming on board, you are going to be inside already. You are going to be hoping on with one of our faces here. Our pages are displayed on here. If you reach out to any of any of us on our pages here, and we'll definitely get you started. So if you haven't started this business yet, or if you are thinking or planning, please get off the fence and let's get going. This is the last quarter of the year. We really don't want 2025 to come around and we're still dangling around those goals. If I knew I would have started, all of us, we started from somewhere, and this is where we are today. The good thing about it is that we started. And if I want to go around here and ask each and every one of my sisters here, what is the regret that you had from starting about this business from the day you started? Each and every one of them will definitely say the only regret I have is the fact that I did not start earlier. Is that I did not start earlier. So we don't want you to have that regret. It's not too late. So yes, thank you so much for watching. And at this time, we're going to bring this live stream to an end. See you next week.
Au revoir.